Hello, people. I'm here with, well, today is going to be fun because it's from Rod to Rob. I'm here with Rob from English with Rob. So, Rob, welcome to the channel. It's very nice to have you here.
Hi, Rod. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. Please tell my audience about your background a little bit for those who don't know you yet.
Sure. Well, maybe some of your viewers found me by accident. If they search for English with Rod and hit the B instead of the D,
yeah,
they might find me. Just one letter difference. And the B and the D, I don't know, look similar. So my background, I'm English. I'm from a town called Leicester. And I started out doing photography at the start of my career. As I started out as a photographer. And then I moved around a bit and I lived in the Netherlands and London, which was, you know, England, but still moving around for me.
Yeah.
And then I lived in Cambodia. And when I was in Cambodia, I started to teach at a university. I taught photography at a university. And I found that I really enjoyed the teaching and more than the photography. So I decided that I was going to move into teaching. So I taught photography for a while, and I taught some English classes also while I was in Cambodia. But I found that I didn't know everything, like the tenses. I didn't, in the book, it was, you know, now we're going to teach the present simple tense. And I didn't really know what the present simple was, or the present perfect, or the present continuous, or any of the differences between all of the tenses, because as British English people at school, we don't learn this. So I had to learn that when I then moved to Paris in France and dropped photography and started teaching English full time. And I did my qualification, my CELTA, and I had to learn a lot of the grammar that was missing.
Yeah.
And okay, let's carry on from there. Now I'm in Germany.
Yeah.
Still teaching English. I've been an English teacher for 7 years. And mostly now I teach business English. In, you know, this is my classroom English. I teach children as well. I was teaching children before the pandemic started, but that's been closed still. And yeah, I've sort of combined my love of photography and visual arts into now my YouTube channel, where I make videos and I try to be creative, find creative ways to teach English.
Yes.
And recently I started a podcast also.
A podcast is amazing. I could see Zdenek and yourself on the podcast, and it was really great.
That's also partly because Zdenek is really a fun, cool guy to chat with.
Yeah.
He makes, when he's been on my podcast 2 times. When he has been on my podcast, we've had a lot of fun. And yeah, he's very good.
He invited me to his podcast and he called me Rob, I think 1 or 2 times because of you, you know. And I said, no problem. I know who he is. He's awesome as well. Don't worry. The 2 things that you like the most, photography and teaching English, which one of them do you prefer most? Or you can't choose one of them?
To be honest, photography, you know, taking still pictures, for me, that's gone now. I don't do that anymore. And, you know, I used to have a big single lens reflex camera with all different lenses, a big flash. I had 2 flashes so I could do some background lighting and some side lighting. But after working with that for a long time, it felt like hard work. And now I hate to take my big camera out of the bag. And, you know, now phone cameras are very, very good. Recently, I bought this little Sony camera, and I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it can do everything that a digital,
Yeah.
a big digital single lens reflex camera can do. You can't change the lenses, but I just love that I can put it in my pocket. And now I rarely take pictures. I'm experimenting with video. Even with my photography, I was always looking for the next thing, the next interesting thing to try. And I wish I had tried video earlier.
Yeah.
And now I love video, and I love making special effects with, you know, software. Yeah. So this is my new passion, making videos. Do I love it more than teaching? Right now I do, because I'm not teaching in the classroom. Teaching in the classroom gives me like a real buzz. I really enjoy it. Interacting with the students in a way that the English lessons online, which I am doing now, it's still good, but there's something missing. There's some life, some interaction, spontaneity, which is not there.
Yeah, and I agree with you completely, because I teach English in Brazil for 25 years now.
No way. So you started when you were like
17
10 years old?
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah. I am 43 now. I am 43 now.
Oh, you look good. I never would have guessed.
I am 43 now. My wife says the same, that I'll always be a 15-year-old. So for me, teaching English as a foreign language in Brazil was a dream come true. I don't know if you know that, but I went to school to learn English because of Madonna. I saw Madonna on TV. I was 7 years old, and I didn't understand one single word that she said. I asked my father to go to school to learn English. Then he signed me up, and I never stopped enjoying and liking the language. Tell me something, by teaching, either in person or online, what is something from your students that you never forget? You taught in so many places around the world. Which is your favorite?
Ooh, for teaching, well, I don't want to sound racist by saying, you know, this something about the students are nicer. So that's not, in Germany, the students are a lot more organized than anywhere else I've taught. And the students, not all of them, but many of them, have their notes very well organized. They give me feedback, and they tell me what they want to learn. They tell me what they like and what they don't like about the lessons. So I find teaching German students, they put a lot of effort into their lessons, and they're very organized about it, a lot of them. But my favorite place to live, well, it's different. I mean, living in Phnom Penh in Cambodia was really, really great. The people there are so friendly. The atmosphere is great. As a Westerner living there, it's very cheap, the rent and eating out. And as an expat, the expat community is really like a party community. You can go out to any bar, and usually there is somebody there, you know, which is the opposite to when I've lived in France and Germany. After that, it's difficult to make friends. But, you know, now that I have kids, I wouldn't want to live in Cambodia again, because, you know, the healthcare is not great. The hospitals are not great. Riding around on a motorbike all the time is not safe. And just, I prefer to be here. And between Paris and here, Paris, you have to live in a tiny little apartment. And here you can have a bigger house for your money. So everything has its benefits.
Have you ever been to South America?
I have. I've been to Guatemala and Honduras. They're quite away from you, aren't they?
Yeah. My next question is, when are you coming to Brazil to visit me?
I would love to go to Brazil. I actually have a friend in Brazil. But hey, pandemic, kids.
What advice you give for people who don't like English that much, who don't like to learn English that much? Why do you think they should learn English?
If they don't like English and they don't want to learn English, I don't think they should learn English, to be honest. It's difficult for, and this, as a teacher, this is what makes is the difference between making teaching easy and making teaching difficult. If you are teaching students who want to learn, it's easy because they do the work, they listen to you, and they're happy to be there. But if you're teaching someone who does not want to learn, it's very difficult. It's difficult because in the classroom there's no motivation, and you have to really try. If they're children or teenagers, sometimes there's a discipline behavior issue. Was that not the answer you're expecting?
I agree with you. I've had many students who were there because they were forced to be there, and it was like a nightmare because they didn't learn anything. I totally agree with you.
If you want that job where you need English, or some English would be helpful, then that is motivation, and then it will make you want to learn.
I'm addicted to English. I've always been. I agree with you. I think consistency and discipline are the key to learn English if you want to.
If you find it boring learning English, find another way to learn it. You know, if you're going with books and you're getting nowhere, try YouTube videos. If they're not working, try finding someone. You know, we have the internet now. You can find someone to speak to in English for free. Quite easily.
My last question for you is, how can you balance family, teaching, traveling, pandemic? How is everything for you now?
For me, well, traveling is easy. We've not done any traveling for a long time. Wait, I don't mean traveling is easy. I mean, the answer to the traveling thing is easy. We just don't do it. But since we've had kids, you know, our traveling days are behind us. Our oldest was born in France, and now we live here. We will move countries again in a few years, but our, you know, backpacking traveling days are gone. And how do I balance work? So I work, I mean, I was working full-time before the pandemic, but then a lot of English lessons have stopped because it's with companies, and they are budgeting, you know, they're trying to not spend money. And I think English lessons is one of the first things to go. So I have a lot less work than I did. I'm more like part-time than full-time now. And yeah, my kids are at home all the time for the past few months, even though the schools are open here. The level is so, the infection rates, the corona numbers are so high that we just decided to keep them home to be safe. So I'm homeschooling as well. That's difficult. And how do I balance that with YouTube videos? Well, I don't. You might notice that my channel has not had any new videos for a while. I'm putting videos up every week, but they're actually old videos right now because my channel changed its name, and I'm taking my old videos with the old name and putting the new name on them and putting them up. But hopefully new videos are coming soon. But this is why I'm doing more podcasts now, because podcasts are so much easier. The editing takes, sometimes there's nothing to edit out. I think neither me or the guests said anything stupid or made any mistakes. I will edit nothing. If I need to edit a little thing, it doesn't take long. But editing a video, writing, recording, and editing a video takes me about between 15 and 20 hours.
I agree with you. It's insane.
It's insane. But the way I make videos, because I go too far with the special effects and everything. Many YouTube English teachers just put the camera like this, teach something, and then put some text on the screen afterwards. That's it. But I want to engage the students more, and I enjoy different filming techniques and exploring and experimenting. So it takes longer, but I love it.
I totally agree. And I started with interviews, and everybody liked. Of course, I teach English on the channel as well. Now we're going to go to the rapid round, the game that everybody likes. My family is
far away. I'm thinking of my extended family, not my home family. My family are very far away, and I miss them, but they are awesome.
My children are?
My children are girls, all three, and my children are everything to me. Joy. My children are joy.
My next station will be?
Well, I know this. because of my wife's job, we're in Germany here for 6 years, and then we have to go back to Paris to her head office. So my next station will definitely be Paris.
Teaching English for me
was fun until the pandemic. Now it's still fun, but not as fun.
Now you ask me questions.
To me, Madonna is
the reason I'm talking to you right now. Because if it wasn't for Madonna, I wouldn't go to school to learn English.
Do you still like Madonna?
I do. She reinvents herself every new record.
I'll be honest, I didn't like her recent, it was 2019, was it? She brought out new music. I didn't
Madam
like
X.
that so much.
Madam X.
Yeah, Madam X with the patch.
Yeah.
She's wearing a patch and stuff.
Yeah.
Strange. But I respect her for taking a new musical direction.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to end with, what's your favorite Madonna album?
Like a Prayer. Rob, it was amazing to have you on the channel. We are meeting today, but I hope we can get together soon for more collaboration. Thank you so much for being so kind. It was a great pleasure to have you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I hope I can help your channel grow. Thanks for inviting me, and I'd like to invite you onto my podcast at some point.
Whenever you wish. Whenever you wish.
We'll definitely talk about that.
Just let me know when and where. Okay?
Cool.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.